Have you ever paused at the top of the stairs, fingertips resting on the railing just a second longer, as though waiting for silent assurance that your legs will carry you safely down? That gentle hesitation whispers a deeper desire to move with freedom, to trust every step, to keep living independently in the home and community you cherish. The next 5 minutes can help turn that desire into daily confidence. Welcome to a nurturing routine crafted for you. A routine that strengthens legs, steadies balance, and invites each stride to feel like a quiet victory. Seated march, waking the sleeping giants. The first movement of any day carries quiet power, like striking a single note that sets the key for the whole song. Nothing stirs resting muscles more kindly, nor sends a clearer signal of self-care than a seated march performed in soft morning light. Choose a sturdy, straight-backed chair and place it near a window, if possible, so a wash of sunshine can spill across your shoulders and remind your spirit that warmth and possibility still rise each dawn. Sit tall, crown of the head drifting skyward as though a silken thread is gently drawing you upward. Rest both hands lightly on your thighs, planting your feet hip-width apart on the cool floorboards. Before any motion, pause for one grounding breath. Let the lungs fill slowly, as though pouring warm tea into a favorite porcelain cup, until ribcage presses gently against clothing. Exhale through parted lips, feeling tension slip downward like water draining from a brook. Now begin. Lift the right knee an easy inch, just enough for the foot to hover, then set it back with care. Immediately lift the left, creating a steady, unhurried rhythm, your personal metronome of strength. Perhaps joints at first feel stiff, creaking like an old porch swing greeting its first use after winter. That is perfectly natural. Picture tiny drops of oil seeping into hip sockets, thighs, and core, loosening hinges with every deliberate march. Imagine blood, still sluggish from night's quiet, awakening and coursing through veins like sunlit river currents. Muscles along the front of your legs, the quadriceps, begin to glow under the skin, shrugging off sleep as they respond to your command. The hip flexors engage, pulling each knee with purposeful intention, while deep abdominal muscles tighten gently to anchor your spine. In this single motion, 3 vital regions unite, forging a pact to keep you steady when you stand, walk, or navigate unfamiliar ground. Maybe you once climbed stairs 2 at a time, but now hesitate, uncertain whether knees will oblige. A retired mail carrier knows that feeling well. Years ago, he logged 12,000 steps daily. Yet after a knee replacement, he postponed even short walks. He added this seated march each morning while scanning the headlines, lifting his legs in time with the tick of the wall clock. Within 8 weeks, he could ascend the front porch without gripping the railing, surprising both surgeon and self. He calls the exercise posting letters to my muscles, reminding them the route still needs covering. Consider layering subtle challenges as confidence builds. Try raising knees slightly higher for the final 20 seconds, or press hands gently into thighs to add resistance, coaxing deeper engagement from hip flexors. If shoulders creep upward, a sign they're trying to help, let them melt down and away, drawing shoulder blades together with a gentle squeeze to broaden the chest. A lifted posture helps lungs draw more oxygen, which in turn feeds working tissues. Intertwine the exercise with sensory pleasure to nurture mind and body together. Perhaps hum along with a beloved tune from youth, letting the beat guide pace. Or listen to birdsong drifting through the window. With each march, regard the outside world, leaves flickering in morning sun, a neighbor walking a dog, distant clouds painting slow patterns across blue. Recognizing beauty while moving anchors the heart to gratitude and replaces any lurking dread of aging with appreciation for living. If swelling or arthritis limits range, honor the body by shortening lifts until discomfort eases. Movement, even minimal, greases arthritic joints. Over days, capacity grows much like a sunrise inching above the horizon. Imperceptible, minute by minute, unmistakable by mid-morning. Keep a small notebook on a side table. After marching, jot a sentence. Lifted knees 20 times, or hips felt smoother than yesterday. These brief notes stack into evidence of progress, a testament ready to encourage on less motivated mornings. End the march by placing both feet firmly on the floor. Close eyes. Feel sit bones grounded, hands resting over heart. Inhale once more and whisper inwardly. These legs listened and responded. Recognize that the decision to move was itself an act of courage and wisdom, reinforcing independence with each gentle lift. When you rise from the chair to begin daily tasks, whether to brew tea or water garden herbs, notice how your legs carry you with a touch more ease. That is the gift of a single minute, faithfully repeated. 2. Chair stands. Reclaiming the power to rise. There is quiet dignity in standing up without strain. A privilege you deserve every hour of every day. Chair stands restore that power by training the mighty trio of quadriceps, glutes, and core muscles to collaborate smoothly. Imagine the countless moments when you must rise, greeting a friend at the door, stepping from bed for a midnight sip of water, answering the telephone's ring. Each instance becomes safer, calmer, and more graceful as these muscles remember their shared choreography. Begin seated on a firm chair, one that won't slide, positioned so your back is tall and shoulders rest over hips. Align your feet under knees, hip-width apart, soles grounded like roots of an ancient tree. Allow fingertips to hover beside thighs without pressing. Your legs will carry the task. Fill lungs deeply, as though gathering courage, and lean forward a whisper, just enough to shift weight toward arches. Press feet into floor and feel thighs ignite, glutes tighten, and abdomen brace. In one fluid motion, glide upward until knees, hips, and shoulders align like beads on a string. Pause, take a slow exhale, then reverse. Hinge hips back, aiming tailbone for the chair's center, and lower your body with controlled grace until seated once more. Resist the urge to flop. This slow descent strengthens eccentric control, essential for safe stair descents and slopes. When first beginning, aim for 5 repetitions. Quality outranks quantity. Perhaps you recall a neighbor who needed 2 hands and rocking momentum to leave her armchair. She adopted chair stands during commercial breaks of her favorite radio story. Week 1, 3 reps per break. Week 3, 5. By the end of the season finale, she could stand effortlessly while holding a delicate teacup, strolling to the window to wave at passers-by. Micro-victories wove together, transforming her daily narrative from reliance to liberation. Chair stands also nourish joints unseen. As muscles contract, they pull gently on bones, signaling them to keep density, a potent defense against osteoporosis. In this way, every stand is a message to skeleton and muscle alike. Stay strong. You are still needed. Coordinating breath with motion heightens benefits. Inhale on the rise, fueling effort with oxygen, and exhale on descent, releasing tension like air escaping bellows. Over time, this rhythmic pattern lowers blood pressure responses to exertion, keeping heart workload modest. To adapt for knee pain, elevate seat height with a cushion until strength increases, then gradually thin the pad. If balance feels wobbly, place the chair against a wall, or position a second chair opposite to steady with fingertips. Confidence grows best in safe soil. For extra challenge, clasp a light book to chest during stands. The added weight deepens muscle engagement while maintaining upright posture. Motivation thrives on visible progress. Attach a calendar near the chair and mark each session with a vibrant sticker or hand-drawn star. As weeks bloom with color, the pattern will mirror your flourishing capability. Better yet, invite a friend to track alongside. Phone each other to share tally marks, celebrating together when goals are met. Community amplifies commitment. Chair stands seep into daily life in subtle ways, lifting laundry baskets, rising from garden kneelers, stepping onto buses. One afternoon you may catch yourself springing up to answer the doorbell and realize, with quiet wonder, that the motion felt natural and secure. Pause to savor that realization. Confidence, once a timid seed, has broken the soil and stands tall beside you. Finish each set with gratitude. Rub palms lightly along thighs to feel warmth generated by effort. This is your body's applause. Whisper inwardly, "I rose, and I will keep rising." Let that affirmation echo whenever future challenges approach. Heel-to-toe walk, rehearsing the art of balance. Balance is not merely a physical skill. It is a symphony of senses, eyes, ears, muscles, joints, performing together under the baton of your brain. Like any orchestra, its harmony can waver if rehearsal stops. The heel-to-toe walk is your daily rehearsal, training nerves, ankles, hips, and mind to play in unison so every step rings with confidence. Select a clear hallway or countertop length. Ensure lighting is kind, neither glaring nor dim. A stage set for success. Stand tall, shoulders softened away from ears, chin parallel with the horizon. Place your dominant heel directly in front of the opposite toes, forming a straight line as if you're tracing a silvery moonbeam across the floor. Before the next move, draw in a breath that fills ribs sideways and back. As you exhale, shift body weight onto the leading foot, letting toes explore the surface for stability. Now bring the trailing foot forward, setting its heel flush against the front foot's toes. Continue this measured progression, 10 deliberate steps, then slowly turn, using a gentle pivot on the back foot, and return. During each placement, myriad muscles converse. Calves tighten to steady ankle, tiny foot muscles grip floor, hips align to keep torso from tipping, and core contracts to hold the spine upright. Even the eyes contribute, sending continuous updates about hallway edges and shadow lines. Meanwhile, the vestibular system inside the ears measures head position, feeding information to brainstem centers that orchestrate postural reflexes. This internal dialogue occurs in milliseconds, faster than thought, yet practice refines its clarity, reducing stumbles when unpredictable terrain appears outside. Imagine a watercolor artist in her late 60s who once feared carrying canvases across the studio's uneven planks. She began heel-to-toe drills at dawn, barefoot to heighten feedback from floorboards. Within 6 weeks, she walked the length holding 2 glass jars of rinse water, paintbrushes balanced behind her ear. Her smile said more than any medical metric. Self-trust had returned. Enhance the exercise by adding sensory layers. Keep fingertips hovering an inch above a countertop, an invisible safety rail, to reassure the mind while still challenging balance. Once confidence builds, try turning the head slowly side to side as you walk, mimicking the real-world task of scanning a garden path for blooming roses. Or clasp a folded hand towel between palms held at chest height, encouraging open posture and preventing downward gaze that strains the neck. If dizziness surfaces, pause, rest a hand on the wall, and breathe until steadiness returns. The aim is progress, not perfection. Even a single step taken with mindful control nourishes neural pathways. Over time, your body internalizes the lesson. Adjust ankles, engage core, stay upright. Such adaptation mirrors the way trees bend subtly with wind, maintaining grace without snapping. Soft suggestion: let gentle music accompany the walk. Choose a track with slower tempo, perhaps strings or piano, to guide footsteps. Research reveals rhythmic auditory cues improve gait regularity, making each heel kiss the tile in elegant cadence. Alternatively, recite a calming phrase, steady and strong, in synchrony with steps. Spoken words plant seeds of confidence that grow deeper with every repetition. As mastery evolves, challenge continues. Close feet into a narrower line, lengthen stride slightly, or practice outdoors on flat grass rich with sensory feedback. Invite a friend to share the drill. Social engagement doubles benefits, adding laughter's buoyancy to muscular training. Return to neutral stance, feet hip width, arms loose. Close eyes for a breath and notice subtle sway, your body's natural balancing act. Realize it is smaller now than before these walks became a habit. Whisper to yourself, equilibrium lives inside. I have nurtured it today. Feel gratitude for ankles and hips, for vision and vestibular wisdom, for every cell that collaborated to make motion safe. Carry this newfound poise into daily ventures, stepping off curbs, reaching for pantry shelves, maneuvering around grandchildren's toys. Trust that the orchestra inside you is rehearsed, tuned, and ready to perform life's symphony with elegance and assurance. Calf raises, forging the springs beneath your steps. Stand behind a sturdy chair, fingertips resting so lightly on the backrest that a feather could slip between skin and wood. Feet settle hip-width apart, toes spread as if greeting the floor. The calves, the quiet engines that push every stride, wait for your signal. Inhale, lifting heels until weight perches on the balls of your feet, as though peeking over a garden fence to admire new blossoms. Pause for the length of a slow heartbeat. Feel Achilles tendons stretch like sunrise across the sky. Exhale, lowering heels with the softness of dew settling on grass. This rise and fall motion does more than sculpt muscle. Each lift trains ankles to react when uneven pavement surprises you. Each controlled descent teaches balance to negotiate curbs, door thresholds, and bus steps. Picture a former ballroom dancer who once floated across polished floors. After an ankle sprain, curbs felt like cliffs. She began 10 calf raises while waiting for her morning kettle to boil. By springtime, she strolled the farmer's market, basket swinging as confidently as sequined gowns once had. Her secret? Daily rises that returned bounce to her steps. Variation keeps muscles curious. Once standard raises feel easy, shift weight to the right leg, lifting left foot an inch behind as if offering a curtsy, and perform 5 single-leg rises. Switch sides, noticing which ankle feels steadier and which asks for patience, or try a slow 3-count ascent. Heels up, 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 followed by the same measured descent. Longer time under tension deepens strength without adding strain. If toe joints protest, perform seated alternatives. Sit tall, extend both knees, flex toes toward shins, then point them away. This pumps blood through lower leg veins, easing swelling while coaxing calves to contract and release. Arthritic friends often favor this gentler route on chillier mornings. Tie the exercise to daily rituals so it blooms without stealing time. Rise onto toes during each lull at the microwave, or every time you rinse a teacup. Soon your calendar overflows with invisible reps. Dozens of small investments yielding one large dividend: stability. Keep a tally on a note card taped to the cupboard. Watching numbers climb turns routine into quiet celebration. Breath anchors effort. Inhale as heels ascend, sending oxygen to working fibers. Exhale as they return, carrying away fatigue. That rhythmic exchange becomes moving meditation, calming nervous chatter that sometimes accompanies fear of falling. After the final raise, stay tall, eyes forward, shoulders soft. Feel heat blooming in calves, signaling strengthened fibers and enlivened circulation. Whisper inwardly, "These springs will guide me safely wherever curiosity calls." Walk away on feet that feel lighter, ankles that hum with readiness, and confidence that travels upward through every joint. Ankle circles, honoring the unsung heroes of stability. While thighs and calves often claim applause, ankles serve as diligent stagehands, adjusting lights and scenery so every step appears effortless. Today, you offer them the spotlight. Sit comfortably near the edge of a firm chair, spine long, shoulders relaxed. Lift the right foot a few inches, letting the lower leg float like a branch on still water. Point toes gently, drawing a slow, deliberate circle in the air. 1, 2, 3, completing 10 clockwise orbits. Reverse direction, imagining you're stirring a cup of cocoa beneath a winter sky. Feel subtle pops and glides as tendons bathe in fresh synovial fluid, lubricating joints the way oil kindness keeps hinges whisper quiet. Proprioceptors, tiny sensors woven through ligaments, wake up, sending messages to the brain. Here is where the foot is. Here is how it moves. They are the lighthouses guiding balance through fog when eyes glance elsewhere. Switch legs and notice any difference. Perhaps the left ankle feels looser, the right a touch stiff. Accept the contrast with curiosity, not judgment. A gardener once shared how stepping into a hidden mole tunnel twisted her ankle, igniting months of caution. She adopted ankle circles before lacing boots each dawn. Soon she sensed uneven soil beneath her soles and adjusted instinctively, transplanting seedlings without mishap. Tending ankles helped her tend the earth she loved. Add gentle complexity as comfort grows. After each fifth circle, flex toes toward the shin, feeling a stretch race along the calf, then point them like a paintbrush preparing a graceful stroke. Or trace the alphabet in midair, capital letters slowly sculpted by your big toe. This playful challenge encourages multi-directional strength, mirroring real-world demands where slips rarely come from perfect circles. If lifting the leg strains hips, keep the heel resting lightly on the floor, allowing toes to sketch arcs against carpet fibers. Those smaller motions still massage ligaments and maintain range. For swollen feet, elevate them on a pillow post circles, letting gravity assist circulation's homeward journey. Pair the exercise with storytelling to nourish both body and spirit. As your right ankle circles, recall a favorite travel memory, perhaps toes buried in warm sand. With the left, imagine a future walk you dream of, maybe down a grandchild's wedding aisle or along a forest boardwalk at dawn. Linking movement to cherished images braids physical training with hope, strengthening balance and optimism together. Close by, planting both soles on the ground. Spread toes like starfish, pressing them into the floor to anchor awareness. Rock gently forward and back, noticing how ankles now respond with supple precision. Whisper thanks. You little hinges keep me upright in a world that shifts. I honor you with care. Place a hand gently on each thigh. Close the eyes and listen to breath gliding in and out like waves on a moonlit shore. In only 5 mindful minutes, muscles awakened, joints lubricated, and balance systems practiced their choreography. This gift of movement is proof that life continues to unfold with opportunities for strength, connection, and delight. You deserve every confident step, every relaxed descent of stairs, every walk towards sunrise adventures still waiting. If this nurturing routine refreshes spirit and body, subscribe to continue the shared journey. Ring the bell so new stories arrive just when encouragement feels welcome, and drop a comment describing your favorite moment from today's practice. Your words may light the path for a neighbor seeking steady footing. Until the next gentle gathering, walk tall, breathe deeply, and remember, strength lives in every step you choose to take.